What's good, everyone? It's your boy Sifu G, the Esoteric Warrior. Hope everyone's doing good today. Wow, what a day. Actually, it was super hot here, 38 degrees. The dog was feeling it, I was feeling it, everyone was. But before we start the video, if you're new here, like, subscribe and share this information, get it out there. This video is for Kevin in the UK. Thank you for the chat this morning, it was super interesting. And thank you for buying the book and asking a question on the Bak Mei 3 body shapes, or the Saam Ying. And if you haven't got the book, the biggest baddest book on Bak Mei, it's on Lulu, Esoteric Warrior, and it's got herbal formulas, dim-mak, and everything that you need, as well as drills, conditioning, strength training, that makes you in a complete Bak Mei fighter, as well as a decent practitioner. But the question was on the 3 body shapes, and it's on page 76 in the book, and it's in detail a lot in the book. Alright, so Kevin, the 3 body shapes is Yun. Yun means round or circular, right? All encompassing, like one Yun, right? So round shape is found in Jigbo and the salutation. So just the salutation is telling you a lot, right? So it starts with Yun shape. There's the second shape is Bin, which is an oval shape. So if you look at the first shape and your shoulders are parallel and you're fighting square on, so it's round but it's square on, right? You and the other person. A good example for a fighter like that would be a Thai boxer. They're very square on, so they can use all their weapons at a close range and use that teep and everything. So they've mastered that one body shape in every degree, right? So each body shape is a fighting concept, a defense concept, a power generation concept. So Yun, Bin, which means one shoulder is more forward than the other, left or right. So you'll see moves like this, and some will go past that round shape and go to Bin. So you'll see movements like, that's why the forms are important, and a master of Bak Mei will know each movement of the form and each body shape, the stance that goes with the body shape as well, because you can't have Bin, which is the last shape, is Bok, and you'll see Bok as in side stance usually, and you'll see a Pinjin Choi. There's other techniques that are specific. A good example of fighting style would be Choi Fight, and those long arm styles that use their long bridge into short and then back to long. So they're masters of that long, big swinging, using that thin shape to get the distance away from the opponent, but they've got the side kicks, spinning back, because that stance utilizes that to work much easier, right? So the inventor has understood the certain body shape that worked for him and the most useful for his style. So to go through each of the body shapes is found in the forms, and if I had to pick a style that I teach, that the first level uses those 3 body shapes the most, would be Yokomun's Tongji Kyun, and of course the best one out of it would be the Iron Snake Gates water first set that utilizes all that body shifting and turning of the stance and everything, right? As water should. It's formless and it can be formed into things. So understanding your different body shapes allows you to, if you do see someone shape up, and this is once you get really good at the forms and you know it off by heart, each move has a specific body shape, right? And then the concept behind that Yun would be very close range, right? And then a little bit more distance, and that's how I start in between, right? So I always have a Yun shape to start, and then I can go from Bok or straight into Bin, Yun, circular, right? So I feather in between the long and the short range, because I can switch it from either, and I usually see the long range in Bak Mei with the Pinjin Choi and the side stance as a finishing technique, right, to drive through. So in forms you'll see you'll do a move and then you'll either full step into a Pinjin Choi or go from the front stance into a horse stance, lead leg into a Pinjin Choi, and that should be the finishing strike through that opponent, right? Another way to use that in Bak Mei would be, I'd use it more as a stiff jab and into the body and just drop from high-low and drive that in, come back out, right? So I could be like this, I fade and then drop in as I sink through and drive through. And you'll break ribs and drop them because you're actually dropping in and turning that whole hip, and your horse stance saping into a Pinjin Choi to the side. So each shape can counter each shape, so it all depends on your specialty. And when you start Bak Mei, you should be doing drills on each shape and then counters with 2 men on each shape, right? So you can understand how to use it. Because a lot of people are just doing movements but don't understand. So even though that you'll see when you punch like this and you're round, when I lapsao, when I make contact, I'm still Yun, and then it cuts through with the gokjern, or if you're using the lifting, or they've got the pop, right? So depending on the distance of the person, you may have to use your oval, because you may just get out of that range where you thought it was and then bam, right? So you have to shift. And no matter the system, all fighting styles utilize it, no matter what. There's only 3 different body shapes that can be used. That's all there is. If there's any more, you must be an alien, right? So understanding all that, and then when you're in fighting, you're not going to be going, well, was that Yun I'm supposed to be in? If you know it off by heart and your forms are good and you understand each move and how the body should be, and then the power, learning how to strengthen those shapes, right? On top of not just doing the form but bag work, utilizing that shape, utilizing a certain shape, and then flowing in through the whole lot. And that's how you lace it up to freestyle because you learn form then become formless, right? So you take the techniques, and only certain lot of techniques that you might be using that work for you, but as long as you've got those 3 different body shapes and stances for each of those shapes as it turns, then you can actually be quite good at fighting just by understanding those 3 shapes, because you'd suck people in as well, right? Like I said, on defense I could be looking like I'm open, and then as I allow you to punch, I just can either close up and go straight to bin shape, right, like that, rather than strike back like this. Just use my body shape. If you're coming in using a square method, I've got longer reach already, right? So if I've got Ging behind that, then you're in trouble. So understanding how people fight, some UFC fighters like Stephen Wonderboy, he loves that side stance. Also that's in Hapkido a lot, so that's always used because of the kicking ability in Hapkido. So it's complicated, but yet it's easy. The more you do the forms, and then the more you go write it all down, understand each move, what body shape, what stance, and what power it's using out of Lulu Get for the Get the Gen Jack Ging. Alright, so I hope that helps. Thank you for buying the book. Also, that monk disrobing hard Qigong, for the people that asked for more of that, that's the first one out of 18 power methods for Bak Mei, and there's 18 meditations as well for Gen Jack Ging. So there's a lot, but if you would like to do the power generation and the hard Gomlik training, then let me know. I might do a book on the whole 18 hard power exercises. Alright, so till next time, train hard, train smart, and stay safe out there.